Watches might have the same primary function, but we're here to tell you that not all watches are equal. Far from it, actually. When you add a designer's name to a watch, or you opt for one that contains 242 jewels and 18 carats of gold, then, well, the price tends to shoot up somewhat. We're talking about the kind of watches worn by Floyd Money Mayweather and the kind that is collected by watch enthusiasts from around the globe, ranging in price from $6.8 million to an amount so unthinkable we're pretty sure it might just be able to eradicate world hunger. Well, almost anyway. Time is money, and in some cases, watches can be worth so much they're almost able to stop time. From antique watches designed in 1933 to ones operating on the Heure Universelle World Time System, we're about to make your jaw drop with our list of the 10 most expensive men's watches in the world. First up is a Patek Philippe gold chronograph reference 1527. Established in 1839, Patek Philippe is synonymous with class, luxury, and elegance. In 1845, they patented the keyless winding and hand-setting system. Patek Philippe hasn't stopped their innovation and creation of classic watches. This simplistic yet sophisticated watch is priced at $6.8 million. What makes it so special to collectors? Well, it created quite a stir when it was first launched in the 1940s. Its case design was avant-garde in style and proportions. It was much rounder, larger, and had elongated and slightly curved lugs. Any further details about it vanished long ago, and even the best of horology experts have no idea as to the what, who, and exactly when. The only thing known for sure is that it was one of only two made. The buckle is made up of 18 karat gold, and the movement includes 23 jewels. Up next is another Patek Philippe, the white gold caliber 89. This timepiece is priced at $6.9 million. Overall, this watch is the 15th priciest one ever sold. Just let that sink in for a second. The white gold caliber 89 was created for the brand's 150th anniversary and incorporates an almost outrageous number of complications, including a second time zone, sunrise and sunset timer, perpetual calendar, century leap year correction, solstice and zodiac indication, and an unusual date of Easter indication. Because all watches designed before this one have been missing it. With so many features, you can only imagine the exceptional engineering that went into this watch. Also, it's an impressive 88.2mm in diameter and 41.07mm thick. The watch was sold at auction in Geneva in 2004. Our next watch was also made by Patek Philippe, the Two Crown World Time 2523 Eurasia dial. It's quite a mouthful, isn't it? Its price, however, will make your jaw drop. Known as the Grail watch, this Patek Philippe is worth $7.7 million. It's a highly covetable and superbly desirable watch. It's worth mentioning that along with its incredible history, Patek Philippe has created some of the best men's watches of all time. The Two Crown World Time timepiece is one of the most mythical and legendary in the horological world. Why? Well, its standout feature is a dial featuring a map of Eurasia. It also boasts a world time complication dual crown 41 city ring and is both elaborate and instantly iconic. Making it even more desirable, only 3 yellow gold 2423 world timers with this particular dial exist. Makes sense that collectors will be willing to pay $7.7 million to own one, right? Surprise, surprise, the next watch on our list was also created by Patek Philippe. We promise we have a few different watchmakers coming up a bit later. Coming in at $7.9 million, the Patek Philippe stainless steel 5016A-010 is based on the brand's reference 5016 and is an exquisitely complicated and wondrously high-end creation. Reference 5016 fell out of production around 2011, but the company decided to resurrect it for this one-off special occasion, hence the incredibly special price. The timepiece features a minute repeater, a tourbillon, and a perpetual calendar with a retrograde date, 3 of the most cherished watch complications. It also comes with a distinctive blue dial made of Grand Fur enamel, and the movement is housed inside a small 36.8mm case. The next watch on our list is by Vacheron Constantin. We said we had other watches besides Patek Philippe. How much would you expect to pay for a watch made on request? One with 57 different complications and 242 jewels? Not to mention a watch that has several brand new horological functions. Commissioned by a private client, the Vacheron Constantin 57260 is valued at a skyrocketing $8 million US. So what exactly did this private client get for their $8 million? They got a Judaic calendar, a night mode, and a double retrograde split seconds chronograph, to name but a few. But it took 3 watchmakers around 8 years to design and create, so $1 million per year. But before we tell you more, remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons. It's back to Patek Philippe for our next watch, the Gabi Milan Art Universel Reference 2523. You have to admit, this list, so far anyway, definitely proves that Patek Philippe is a leader in the industry. The Gabi Milan is priced at $9 million US and features a blue enamel dial that contrasts beautifully with the luxurious 18 carats pink gold case. It most definitely doesn't take a watch expert to identify this timepiece as something special. It also features the Art Universel World Time System, which was patented in the 1930s by horological icon Louis Cotier. And it's also the only known reference 2523 to feature the signature of both Patek Philippe and Gabi Milano, and that in itself will shoot up the price of any Patek Philippe watch. Our next Patek Philippe comes in at almost double the price. The stainless steel reference 1518 is part of a limited edition 4-piece series and priced at, are you ready? $12 million US. And yes, we said stainless steel, not gold or silver. Wow, right? The main appeal of this particular watch lies in its case. Made with high-grade stainless steel, it distinguishes itself from other Patek Philippe luxury watches typically made of yellow or rose gold. First introduced in 1941, the Patek Philippe Reference 1518 made horology headlines as the first ever perpetual calendar and chronograph, and that, more so than the material used, is what's driving the price so high. That and the fact that it's actually quite difficult to find high-end watches in stainless steel, which makes it rare, and we all know what rarity does to a price. Though, if you thought $12 million was a lot to pay for a watch, what would you say if we told you that our next watch was priced at $18.7 million US? And no, we're not even at the most expensive watch yet. The Rolex Paul Newman Daytona Reference 6239 was a privately commissioned watch. Newman's wife, Joanne Woodward, commissioned the watch for the late actor in 1968. Because he was known for his love of fine watches and for being a devoted racing car fan, she had the following engraved: "Drive carefully." Starting to understand why this watch is valued at $18.7 million? How about a timepiece valued at $26 million US? Insane, right? Well, the Patek Philippe Henry Graves Super Complication was originally crafted in 1933 for an incredibly wealthy American banker, Henry Graves. The exquisite gold pocket watch took 7 years to design and build. Adding to the value is the fact that back then, watchmakers relied on craftsmanship rather than calculations of computers. One of the world's most expensive pocket watches, its impressive range of complications includes a perpetual calendar, minute repeater with Westminster chimes, sunrise and sunset times, and a celestial chart based on the night sky as it looked from Graves's home in New York. You have to admit the last complication is pretty special and unique. This intricate timepiece was sold at auction in Geneva and went to an anonymous bidder. We can't help but see the start of a fantasy film where the bidder knows about a secret complication. And finally, are you ready for the most expensive men's watch on our list? Coming in at an unbelievable $31 million US, the Patek Philippe Grandmaster Chime 6300A-010 will at least leave you with 2 watches. Kind of. This timepiece has 2 dials, one on the front and one on the back. Plus, it has 20 different complications, including 5 different chiming modes, as well as an acoustic alarm and date repeater. All very useful features, don't you think? Both dials are blue opaline with gold applied numerals and 18 karat solid gold dial plates. It also comes with a white gold case, and the strap is made of alligator leather. Christie's auctioned it off in 2019.